Hi, I'm John Levin, founder and first baseman of ForBassPlayersOnly.com. Playing bass in a band means there are certain things you need to do on the instrument in order to give the music and the band just what they need. As important as our job is, we don't do those things all by ourselves. We work in conjunction with the drummer, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about right now. If you're familiar with any of my bass books, or if you've been following my blog, or if you're subscribed to any of my online bass instruction resources, you've undoubtedly heard me clearly delineate the role of the bass player. We lay down the foundation for the band. We establish the groove. We make the music feel good. That's what we do as bass players. I also make a point of mentioning that we seldom do those things all by ourselves. We do them with the drummer. Drummers play such an important role in a band, especially where bass players are concerned. A crucial component of learning bass is to be sure you're not taking the drummer's contributions for granted, and that, as a bass player, you're working with the drummer. A lot of bass players will tell you that the best part of being a bass player is playing with a great drummer. Now, you may have heard comments like that before. The bass player and the drummer are like one. They know each other inside and out. Each one knows what the other one's going to do before he or she even does it. So while you may have heard it before, how much appreciation do you really have for what the drummer does? When you're a bass player, the drummer is your partner. You and the drummer need to work together, laying that foundation and creating the right feel for the music. Some bass players are so into that they become fixated on staring at the drummer's foot as it hits the kick drum pedal. I had a jazz improv instructor once who was always talking about playing along with the splang-a-lang, as he called it, of the ride cymbal, particularly when you're playing a walking bass line. Other bass players find themselves just automatically leaning into the backbeat on the snare drum. Whatever it takes, make sure you're not doing your job in a vacuum. A huge part of being a bass player is working in conjunction with the drummer. You need to work together. I suppose it's kind of like a shortstop and a second baseman. It's that same kind of teamwork. Think of some of the bass player and drummer duos that may have inspired you. Ron Carter and Billy Higgins, Jocko and Peter Erskine, and then later Victor Bailey and Omar Hakim, John Patitucci and Brian Blade, Sly and Robbie, Will Lee and Anton Fig, Paul and Ringo. You get the point. Go ahead and add your own bass player and drummer duos in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, I've got an amazing PDF you can download. It's called 12 SUREFIRE Tips to Make You a Better Bass Player. I compiled it from my interviews with Leland Sklar, Tony Levin, Bryan Beller, Mark Egan, and several others. It includes their answers to my question, what advice do you have for someone who wants to learn bass? And those answers are gold. Download the PDF now for free. And be sure to subscribe to the For Bass Players Only YouTube channel. In the meantime, give the drummer some respect. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. I'm John Liebman. Let's play bass.